Kate Morgan is a fictional character in the TV series 24. She is a brilliant but impulsive CIA field operative in London. She is the widow of a former CIA agent who was disgraced for allegedly selling classified information to the Chinese and committed suicide while in custody. She is played by Yvonne Strahovski in 24, Live Another Day. Characterization: Kate is the widow of former CIA agent Adam Morgan, who committed suicide after he was indicted for selling U.S. state secrets to the Chinese. Prosecutors intended to try Morgan for treason, with a maximum sentence of life imprisonment. It is because of this that Kate's colleague Eric Ritter held a strong dislike for her, believing that she was well aware of her husband's alleged treason, despite her pleas of innocence. For 2 months after Adam was accused of being a traitor, Kate was questioned by the CIA but was eventually cleared of wrongdoing. Despite being cleared, she was scheduled to be transferred back to the U.S. for reassignment. Appearances: 24, Live Another Day. Shortly after Jack Bauer's apprehension by the CIA a few minutes after 11 a.m., Kate was the first of the CIA members to be suspicious that Jack had ulterior motives and voluntarily allowed himself to be captured since he could have easily escaped from the roof, and that he is not careless enough to be captured after having been off the grid for 4 years. Kate also figured he is there to break someone out, when her suspicions grew that Jack planted the intercept from Prague himself. Locking herself up in his holding room shortly before his transfer to special activities, she managed to make the calm Jack's pulse jump by mentioning he is there for someone. Her involuntary actions forced her supervisor Steve Navarro to bump up her leave and had her immediately leave the CIA headquarters. While leaving, Kate tased her escort and gave chase after Jack, who had freed another captive, his close friend and accomplice Chloe O'Brien, out of special activities. Kate cornered Jack and forced him to surrender, but he pressed a signal in his hand, alerting his outside accomplice, who blew a hole in the roof with a rocket launcher, helping Chloe and Jack escape. Despite being on leave, Kate pleaded with Navarro to put her back on the case, which he agreed to. After Jack and Chloe's escape, Kate had a friend, Ken, look into Chloe's phone, managing to track her and Jack down to the housing project where Jack had tracked Derek Yates and his men to. Kate and the CIA apprehended Jack while he was trying to catch Yates, where he attempted to warn her before being shot in the arm by Aaron Bashir, Yates' drug dealer who had survived Jack's attack in the apartment. Jack fled downstairs to a parking lot, where he captures Kate and informs her that he is trying to protect President James Heller and he was getting in the way of him doing his job. Jack knocked her out with a headbutt and escaped. She later tracks Jack down at the U.S. Embassy in London and ends up helping him by getting the flight key for the drone that was used to kill the 4 service members in Afghanistan. Following the discovery of terrorist Margot al-Harazi's ability to hack into U.S. drones using an override device, Kate teams up with Jack in an attempt to locate Margot and stop her from using the hijacked drones to attack targets in London. Under President Heller's orders, Kate goes undercover with Jack and finds herself being tortured in the compound of an arms dealer who may know Margot's location until MI5 raids the compound. After receiving confirmation Margot's daughter Simone was hit by a bus and was taken to the hospital, Kate and Jack head to the hospital to interrogate her. Kate is forced to flee from the hospital when Margot believes Simone will talk and targets the hospital with a drone strike to silence her. After Margot is stopped by Jack, Kate discovers that CIA intel analyst Jordan Reed was found dead. As a result, Jack calls a friend to gather information on the alleged killer and evidence points to Navarro being involved. After Navarro discovers Jack suspects him and flees with the override device, Kate is told that he was the one who stole the classified information that was sold to the Chinese and that her husband was innocent. When Navarro is captured, Kate, feigning a desire for revenge, causes him to give up information at gunpoint that will allow them to track down Adrian Cross, who has possession of the override device. While searching for Cross, Kate and Jack are attacked by gunmen working for the Russian embassy after White House Chief of Staff Mark Boudreaux gives the Russians the ability to track their location. Kate and Jack are able to successfully repel the attack from the Russians. Following the failed attack, they go to the last GPS location of the override device and find Cross and the members of Open Cell dead along with a recording left by Chloe that had Cheng Zi's voice on it. they discover that Cheng used the override device in an attempt to help the Russians provoke a war between the US and China. Kate and Jack attempt to locate Cheng with the assistance of Mark and locate an encrypted phone with Cheng's location. When Cheng sends Jack a picture of Audrey Boudreaux being targeted by a sniper, Kate attempts to rescue her so Jack can go after Cheng. Kate successfully rescues Audrey from the sniper but is unable to rescue her from a second shooter that attacked a few minutes later. The following morning, Kate gives her after-action report to Eric Ritter and leaves her gun and badge at the CIA station. Critical reception. TV Line praised Yvonne Strahovski's performance in Live Another Day and has suggested that Kate Morgan has the potential to be the female version of Jack Bauer. New York Daily News states that she proved she was more than a match for the world unregistered trademark's most dangerous secret agent, and that there is no comparison between Yvonne's more serious performance as Kate Morgan on 24 and her lighter performance as CIA agent Sarah Walker on the series Chuck. References